Okay, with us from Providence College, head coach Nate Lehman, student athletes Kevin Rooney and Nick Ellis. We'll start with a statement from coach and then take questions for the student athletes first. Coach?
It's pretty simple. We didn't have our A game tonight, and we got beat by a better team. Congratulations to Duluth, and that's about it.
Okay, thank you, Coach. We'll take questions for Nick or Kevin, and we've got two folks with microphones, so if you have a question, we'll get the mic to you first. We'll go right here, please.
Nick, you set a Northeast Regional record for saves, but I'm imagining you're not necessarily all that thrilled about that at this stage.
Yeah, it's pretty disappointing. I'm going to miss these seniors a lot. They were great for our program, and I wish Minnesota-Duluth the best of luck.
Right up here in front, please.
Nick, you faced a lot of shots out there, but it looked like UMD, until maybe the third period in overtime, didn't get a lot of quality shots on you. How good of a job do you feel your defensemen and forwards and just everyone in front of you was doing, kind of clogging things up and turning this into a grinding game?
Yeah, they did a great job, and they were great for me all year. I can't thank them enough. Every guy sacrificed their body every single game, and I couldn't be more thankful to play in front of them.
Nick, Rich Garvin was the Telegram. Can you just kind of, from your vantage point, what you saw in the overtime goal?
A guy came down the boards, defenseman, kind of took the shot and made a good play in front, hit off the guy's stick, and went in.
Up front here.
Nick, to be in a goalie battle like this, going into a double overtime, just kind of, could you describe to us the emotions? Was it stressful, frustrating, exciting? What's all running through you as that game goes on?
It's really exciting. It's a lot of fun to play in those games, and I just wish the outcome would have been better, but it is what it is.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Yep, please, right here in front. Oh, yep, right here.
This is for anybody. What kind of mental toll does it take on you the longer a game goes on into multiple overtimes, and how much of an effect does that have on your play?
I think we had that similar situation last weekend, which was great for us for a learning experience, going into 3 overtimes against UMass Lowell. So I think we're in a good spot. Just unfortunately we didn't have our A game tonight.
Question back here, please.
Kevin, could you describe the difference in range of emotions from what you felt a year ago in Boston compared to what you're feeling now?
It's two opposite ends of the spectrum. Winning a national championship and then being knocked out when you have that team in that locker room that could have done it. It's just disappointing. But I'm still proud to be a Friar. These are the best 4 years of my life. I'm grateful for the opportunity that I was given here, so I'm going to be proud the rest of my life that I came to Providence College.
Frank, in the back, please, right here.
Kevin, I think it was you that set up Nick Saraceno on that breakaway late in the third period. Were you kind of surprised to see him break away like that?
I wasn't really surprised. He's got good speed. I just tried to get the puck to him. He's a good player. I knew he could make something happen with it. I gave him kind of a bouncing puck, so it was a little unfortunate, but he got a good chance at it, and unfortunately it just didn't go in.
Any other questions for the student athletes? Okay, thank you very much, gentlemen. We'll take questions for Coach. Bill, right here in the second row.
Coach, near the end of the first overtime, Minnesota-Duluth had a long flurry where they dominated play. And then you get out of it, and it came to the intermission. Did you think at that time maybe you dodged a bullet and you were going to be able to regroup at the start of the second?
I thought we were struggling at the end of every period. I think we struggled to have our legs tonight, and we had these little pushes at the beginning of periods, and that's kind of where we played our best hockey, because we had energy coming out of the room, and and we'd get some chances. I thought we had a good pushback after they scored, and then we kind of lost some energy again. And we were really fighting ourselves. We created a lot of adversity for ourselves in the game with the 5-minute major penalty and and a lot of the turnovers we had through the neutral zone. We just really struggled keeping it simple tonight, and hats off to them. They took advantage of it.
Let's go to Nick back here.
Coach, having to play that triple overtime game, I know it was over a week ago, but do you think there were any lingering effects on the guys' legs, especially having to go into double overtime in this one?
We lost Janko. At the beginning of the first overtime, he was done, he was basically done for the game. We had a couple guys fighting it, but hey, that's the game. That's the sport. We did a good job of rehydrating them through the week. We kept our practices pretty short. Our guys had great jump yesterday. They had good jump Wednesday. I don't think that's an excuse.
Right here in the second row, and then, yep, right here, please. Oh, yeah, I'll get you next.
Nate, obviously, it's not the ending you want, but what can you say about? You have a lot of seniors. What can you say about what they've accomplished and how important they were in this kind of program build up that we've been seeing?
Yeah, I mean, they transformed our program. Those guys and some of the guys that we lost to Chari and Gillies over the summer too, and they could have come back in Maurman and Demo. These guys transformed our program in a lot of ways. Not only with wins on the ice, but we have sold out games now at home, and a lot of people thought we could never do that. And I'm proud of this team in a lot of ways. I'm proud of their hearts tonight. They didn't have their heads or their legs, but I was really proud of their hearts for the way they battled. And it was a tough season, being defending national champions, because you're getting everyone's A game. And I was really proud with how they handled the season. We set out the challenge right away to the guys to get back to this spot, and I thought they handled it very well. So they deserve the credit for transforming our program, and I know it means a lot to them to be Friars, and now it's up to us to carry on what they've built, the legacy they've built.
Okay, front row, and then you.
Nate, how do you feel your team handled that the speed of the second line for UMD, Kuhlman, Cameronese, and Farley?
I thought we were okay. Pino's line was getting a lot of their matches, and I thought they did fine tonight,
Back here, Coach.
Nate, between the Lowell game and now this one, you've obviously had a tough time putting the puck in the net. Is that anything in particular, or is that just the way the game goes sometimes?
Well, at the Lowell game, we just didn't get to the net well enough, and tonight we weren't getting through the neutral zone with any speed to generate chances. We were at the beginning of periods, but as the periods were wearing on, we weren't getting through with any speed, and I think a lot of that. But we had some great looks in the second period. After we killed the 5-minute major, I think Foley got one out to Parisi there, and we hit a post in overtime. I don't know. It's this time of year. It's going to be a bounce one way or bounce another way. It's going to be a tight game, and hats off to Duluth. I think their team reminds me a lot of our team last year. I thought that coming in, that a team that had, got ranked high in the preseason, and they had to work their way through that, and they struggled scoring, but they kept battling, and they're playing great hockey.
Any more questions for Coach? Thank you, Coach.